What the? There's nothing here.
There's really nothing inside?
Huh? The hell is this? Paper? What? A divorce form?
Trouble busters!
Hey, Helen, when's the next dish coming? That does it. The atmosphere's freaking ruined now. I was never having fun in the first place. Ed, did you say something? No, ma'am. Mark, is Helen doing all the housework properly?
Everything's done normally, Mom. There are times when she's home late from work when I don't do anything, though.
That's no good. Seems like all women have to be housewives like me.
I agree.
It's paramount that wives need to concentrate on the housework and raising children.
You're absolutely right, Megan.
My name is Helen. I'm a 30-year-old office woman, and it's been 8 years since I married my husband, Mark. We bought a house just the other day. How could that happy accomplishment spark trouble with the family? All right, let's do our best at this house starting today.
Let's do our best.
Wow, this is amazing!
Oh, hey, Megan.
Miss Megan, is anything the matter? I heard that today is moving day for the two of you. That's why, as a celebration, my entire family came to visit.
I see. Awesome. Well, go on inside.
Huh? What are you saying? Excuse me, Miss Megan, but we haven't finished cleaning up the house yet. That's all right. We don't care much about that, honest. No, we care about that a lot, actually. Within 5 minutes, my sister-in-law's family was relaxing inside, as though the home was theirs. I'd given up for that particular day, but perhaps she felt so comfortable, so she started coming more and more often from that day onward. One day, when I had had enough of her barging in just to relax, and I mustered up the courage to ask her, Miss Megan, is this all right, truly? What, sweetie? You come to my house quite often, but won't your husband get upset? Huh? Why would he be? Well, how's the housework doing at your own house? Things will work out if I do it all in a pinch. But you're here until quite late at night. You probably have to prepare dinner, too. You're bothering me now. What's your problem? This has nothing to do with you. No, but I get it. I should do something about it, eh? I was rather thinking that since it's about your home, I did say what I wanted to, and she seemed to understand, so I thought all would be well. But it had the complete opposite effect. While the situation continued, my company chose me to go on a business trip, leaving the house in the situation for a while. I talked to Mark about the matter. I'll be away from home on a business trip starting tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Please don't let your sister barge in during that time.
What did you just say?
Because honestly, she comes every day, eats our meals, and doesn't clean up after herself.
You want to do that, then?
The hell is that idea?
I mean, duh. Can you allow visitors to clean up after themselves?
I wouldn't say they're visitors anymore, Mark. I understand, though, if they're visitors just as you say they are, then I can't provide hospitality while I'm away on a business trip. So please don't let them in.
Don't worry about that. I'll treat them with hospitality.
Huh? But you can't do any housework, can you, Mark?
It's alright. I can get deliveries or something like that for food.
I'll come home tired, so please clean up properly afterwards, okay? No matter what I say, it doesn't work. I'm positive Miss Megan will visit the house during my business trip. I climbed onto the train towards my destination, feeling anxious. I returned home 5 days later after finishing the work I was assigned to do. That's when I saw the reality. I'm home. What the devil?
Welcome back, Helen.
Hey, what happened here? And it stinks a little.
Probably because the dishes haven't been done yet.
What? Why is it so dirty?
Because you left the house for a while. It can't be helped.
That's why I told you to clean while I was away.
Isn't that your job as my wife?
What? I was shell-shocked when I saw the inside of the house. The curtains I had just bought were disintegrating to shreds. The walls and floor became victims of full-blast fire hose graffiti. The scene before was not a brand new house, but a ghetto outhouse. I want to raise my children in this house, make great memories, and build a happy family. The house was built with such goals in mind, and I never expected something like this to happen. Why? Why did you let this happen? I told you how I felt when this house was being built, right?
What are you so angry about?
Why wouldn't I be? This house was built for our family.
My sister is also my family, Helen.
Huh?
Megan was also pretty upset, you know.
Huh?
When I told her you said you weren't welcome here, she got really angry, see?
Did you really say that?
Yeah. Isn't it weird to hide something from your own family?
I decided to divorce, and I also began thinking of a plan. I thought of a plan to punish Mark and his overbearing sister. Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate. When will Miss Megan come today?
Pretty soon, I should think.
I see. I asked because despite it being the weekend, I was called to work, see?
Huh? Well, that's fine, I guess. Got it.
With that, I grabbed my things and left my home. I then headed to my parents' house. I had explained the situation to my parents and had sent some of my belongings there in advance. And then it was evening.
Helen! What time will you finish work, eh? Megan says she's hungry.
I'm not coming home yet.
So, how should I do about it? There's literally nothing on the table either.
Oh well, I did prepare something beforehand and left it in the fridge.
Oh, really? Oh, damn, why didn't you say so? Shall we take a look then? What the? There's nothing here.
There's really nothing inside?
Huh? The hell is this? Paper? What? A divorce form? The hell are you doing? What's the meaning of this?
You're the ones who don't understand, aren't you?
Huh?
After being condescended to so much for so long, that form is exactly how I feel.
I'm not condescending to you. What are you saying?
Then why is your sister there?
Huh? Well, because she's family.
Family, eh? From your point of view, maybe.
What are you on about? She's your husband's sister. Even from you, she should be considered an older sister.
So what? You want me to take care of her will because she's family?
Of course! That's frickin' normal!
Normal, is it? Well, let me ask you this.
Speak.
Mark, when my parents come to visit, what do you always do?
I greet them, don't I?
True, you do say hello to them.
There's nothing wrong with that.
After that, you say you have to run an errand, and you immediately leave, don't you?
I really do have something to do at that time.
Every damn time?
Yep.
Listen, Mark, the races are not an errand to run.
Huh?
Because I know, you're killing time at the racetrack when my parents come over every single time.
How?
One day, I forget when exactly, when my parents came, after you left we went shopping. Then we saw you in the parking lot on the racetrack.
No, that's...
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't feel like asking you to respect my parents now, especially in this situation.
Oh, wow. Then, all's well, I guess.
After seeing that, though, my parents and I started paying more attention to you.
I see.
That's why my parents haven't come over lately, you understand?
True.
But according to your theory, since family is important, I can invite my parents to come on over every day from now on, right?
That's...
Hold on, is that a problem?
To be honest, that's pretty harsh.
And why is that?
How could I rest if Mr. and Mrs. Thompson were at home as I walk in through the door?
Yes, I would think so too.
Right, so I guess...
But that was exactly it every day.
Huh?
Every day when I came home from work, I couldn't relax whatsoever because your sister's family was always there.
But that's...
What now? Gonna say that's different, are ya?
There was also the sense that Megan was coming over to help you, Helen, see?
Help me with what exactly?
As another housewife, like help with the housework or something.
So what? That doesn't argue against how I never feel like I can catch a break.
There was that aspect of it too, though.
No, there was not. Every damn day when I came home, your sister was there without fail, and my body and soul were exhausted to its worst.
Okay, now that's a bit of an exaggeration, Helen.
Eh? Need I remind the original reason why you're calling me right now?
I wanted to ask you what time you would be back.
And why did you want to know?
Well, because...
Because you were worried about dinner, weren't you?
Well, yeah, that's true. It can't be helped, though, because I can't cook.
I agree, if that was what my husband was saying.
Huh?
If you, my husband, were asking me to come home to make food for you, I'd still understand. But you said this loud and clear. Megan says she's hungry.
But that's...
Ever since our house was finished, Megan's been coming over almost every day, but she has never once cooked at our house.
That just can't be.
Then go ahead and try to name at least one dish that your sister made. Can't think of anything, huh? There's no way you can, actually, because she has never made anything.
Even if she didn't make anything at all, we would sometimes have food delivered and such.
And whose money pays for that?
That would be...
I know that you were taking money from my desk in my room, Mark.
How?
I always thought it was strange that we never had enough money to pay for our utility fees.
That's because we didn't have any cash in the house.
That's why the delivery service is provided by me, myself, and I, right?
Well...
Well, it's not just food either. Take a look around the house yourself. The house was newly built less than a year ago, right?
It's true that it's full of drawings and such, but that can't be helped.
What?
We have to be lenient about that part.
Mark, you couldn't be more wrong.
What? Frick that! As adults, it's our job to be soft on little things like this, right?
Then do it at your house.
What?
That house is mine. It's not your property, you know.
What the?
I know that your work is hard. I also know that your salary fluctuates because it's completely commission-based. Furthermore, I'm aware that in this day and age, it is difficult to make a commission too.
It is.
That's why I used the savings I had saved before getting married to build that house. For you and our future family.
I really appreciate that, Helen.
However, you misunderstand and act like it's your own home and do whatever you want.
You know I never did anything like that.
You are, Mark. You let your damn sister inside every day. Even when things in my house, like those beautiful curtains, are destroyed, you just laugh and disregard it, don't you?
No.
Frickin' enough already. That exact feeling is what's inside the fridge.
Wait a minute. Please, if you do something like this,
I don't care.
just come back. Please, let's talk this over.
There's nothing to talk about.
Don't say that. Please, everyone says they're hungry too, see?
Still saying that, are you? I'm done.
What are you?
Please fill out the divorce forms and submit them to City Hall.
Don't say that, please. Wait!
Helen, what kind of ridiculous bullshit are you speaking, eh? Ah, Megan, anything the matter? I couldn't hear all the details of the phone call with Mark, so I only know the gist of everything, but there's no way a divorce could be about something small. I thought this was the only way. There's always talking about it, Helen. I did this route because I didn't think we could talk reasonably, that is. This is why women who work are no good, eh? Excuse me? I didn't have time because I was busy working. I just didn't have time to talk. That's exactly what you're freaking thinking, right? No, not in the slightest. Then come back and talk things over. I'm doing this because I know full well I can't talk sense into you scumbags. What the hell? I've been trying to consult with Mark several times in the past, but he hasn't listened to me at all. So I've decided the reason just won't do me justice. You just didn't try hard enough. Mark is a kind gentleman, so I'm sure he's meeting your expectations. You just refuse to accept it. Then why are you still at my house? What? I was consulting Mark about you and your family, Megan. And what about us, eh? Put simply, you are a huge nuisance. That's the truth, isn't it? You come to our house every single damn day, stay with us until late at night, until eventually your husband comes over himself. You're nothing but a nuisance, Megan, and that's final. That ideology of yours is wrong. Everyone in the family supports each other. But Mark never supported my own parents, nor will he ever. What? No, I'm telling you that's not the case. Please ask him for more details. You're such a terrible wife, you know that? One who keeps on making excuses. And I return everything you just said to you, Megan. Who are you addressing that bullshit to? To you, Megan. Excuse me? I mean, prove me wrong, ma'am. Instead of doing any housework at your own house, your whole damn family barges into other people's houses and makes a malicious mess. And while common sense should dictate cleaning up afterwards, no, you just leave. Wouldn't it be a little unconventional if you went to someone else's house and cleaned it up without permission? Didn't you once say that it doesn't matter as long as it's family? Shit, you never failed to make me annoyed, Helen. Mark, the owner of this damn house, should be responsible for cleaning everything up. If he tells you to do it, you should do it. It seems you're misunderstanding the same thing here. But that house is in my name, Megan. That's right, it's in your name, Helen. Then you should clean up the house and prepare all the food. I see what you're doing now. Prove me wrong then. It's only natural for the owner of the house to do this to entertain his or her guests. And I never invited you in the first place. What? Even though you were never invited by the owner of the house, you came inside without permission and created a swirling vortex of entropy inside. This is a case that wouldn't be out of reach for the police, you know. The police? No, Helen. It isn't that big of a deal. I only went inside of my brother's house, which is actually my house. And even though I don't want you inside, you insist. Not my damn fault. I consulted Mark many times about you, Megan, and I strongly requested that he never let you inside during my absence because of a business trip. You've probably heard him tell you that, However, you still forced your way inside. No. So you may understand now thanks to my reasoning here, but no matter what I say to Mark, it's no good because he won't listen. That's why I'm divorcing him. Could you please tell him again to fill in and submit the divorce forms?
Wait a minute. You have more to say, eh? Our family has always been so close, so we never held back for the simple reason that we were siblings.
I understand you're confused, but I think that you need to understand that aspect, being married to Mark and all. Look, I'll hold back a little bit myself, so please just come back.
No, I will not.
Come now, be reasonable. Even my parents were going to get involved in this, you know? I agree. I won't tell them now. It's not too late. Come back. It's not too late, you say, but they know already, Megan.
What?
When I decided to get the divorce, I consulted your parents about the situation.
About what?
About Mark's actions and attitude and your behavior around the house.
No way.
They were furious, I must say. With you two, I mean.
What?
We didn't intend for them to be raised that way. We're truly sorry. Can you forgive us? Is what they said, word for word. But hold on, didn't you just say that you were raised that way?
No, that's...
In any case, this is something that your parents are completely aware of.
Shit.
And by the way, I have a message for the two of you.
What now?
I think you should reconsider the issue with the divorce. If the result is a complete divorce, it's inevitable.
Huh?
Even if I divorce Mark, it's not my fault, and I don't need you making a big deal about it. Mr. Smith said that if I wound up divorcing Mark, he wouldn't forgive you two.
What?
That's all. I have nothing more to say. Can I hang up now?
Hold on.
What is it now?
The house. What are you gonna do with your house? It's yours, right?
That's right, so I'll ask Mark to leave.
If you say that, life for Mark will be difficult, right? If he had to go back to our parents' house, he wouldn't be able to commute to work. And if he had to quit his job, he wouldn't be able to pay for the repairs to the house.
By the way, Mr. Smith said that he wouldn't let Mark back anywhere near his house, let alone inside.
Huh? Then it's even worse. He won't have a home to live in anymore.
He does.
Huh?
But where? Your house, of course.
What?
He is family, isn't he? If that's the case, you shouldn't have any objections, eh? I'm getting divorced, so I won't be going. You needn't worry about me.
That's a little...
You've made it work thus far, so you aren't telling me you can't do it to him now.
I'll also pay for the repairs, so could you please reconsider that?
Oh, regarding the repair costs of the house, it seems that Mr. Smith himself will pay for them in a lump sum.
Dad will?
And it seems like they'll charge the two of you after that to pay them back. But it doesn't concern me from that point onward, so you don't have to worry about the money.
I'm so sorry. Please, could you please reconsider the divorce?
Why do you feel the need to say such things, Megan?
Well, because you're my sister-in-law.
Nope, lie detected. You only said that because you felt you would be at a disadvantage. Even if you say so, the divorce is decided. I'll leave the rest to your father from here on out, so please talk to him.
No, please, reconsider this, I beg you. Shut up. Hey.
You've been doing whatever you wanted until now. Take responsibility for your own actions, Megan.
Not for my sake, for Mark's.
Mark was always protecting you against me, Megan. He never sided with me when you entered the equation. I don't need a husband like that.
Please, I'll switch to Mark. Listen to what he has to say, okay?
Enough already.
Helen,
Goodbye then. Please move out of that house by next week. After that, Mark and I officially divorced. Naturally, I kicked him out of my house as well. Perhaps he knew his parents were furious with him, for he never contacted them and essentially invaded his older sister's house. However, it seems like he showed zero remorse and continued acting recklessly at his sister's house. As a result, Megan's husband Robert got fed up with his bullshit and moved out. Left behind was Mark, whose income was unstable, and his older sister Megan, who had never worked in her life. They managed to survive in poverty while working part-time for a while, but in the end, they physically and mentally broke down, leaving them unable to work, and now she's living on the streets. After that, I received money from my apologetic in-laws to repair the house, and the house went back to normal after about a month. I then invited my parents over to live with me, and now we're living happily together. Trouble Busters.